there we go.
Okay, cool. How's everyone's week going?
Good.
Yeah. Oh, that was easy. All right, we're done. Good night. I think I'll just start off, and then you guys let's just have a conversation. We don't need to popcorn it, just jump in and talk when you can. I think for me, I've been struggling with nutrition the most right now, especially now after doing this for so many years. It can get easy to just kind of fall into a routine of not discipline. I don't know how to explain that, but it's very easy to be oh, it's okay, just a little bit here and a little bit there, and today I need to meal prep, but I haven't gone to the grocery store, so it's oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow turns into Wednesday, and then next thing you know, we're back at Sunday again. So I really am wanting to dial back my nutrition, I don't know, it just needs to get better. I need to get better at it. But the other thing that I had today, this thought, was about self-love. Ashley and I were in Vegas this weekend, and we stopped at a store to get a dress because we didn't like whatever outfits we had. And everything that I tried on, and I kid you not, I felt like a sausage that was stuffed into the casing because of the way that the dress was fitting. No. I was this is awful. I was I've been working at this for 4 years, and to still have that struggle to go to the dressing room and be I hate this. But the cool part was that I didn't hate my body or hate myself or blame myself for anything. It was, oh, you know what? It's just a crappy made dress, or it's just a dress that wasn't made for me and my body. And I left going, okay, here you go. Thanks so much. It was a fine experience because I knew that it didn't define me or change me, and I could laugh about it. I was oh, this is an ugly dress, instead of thinking that it was my fault, which I think was such a cool game-changing type of mindset, and how important it is for me to have these groups and to be able to have those types of thoughts, versus if I had been just going to the gym or doing a juice cleanse, it would have been about the outside versus the inside. So that's what I was experiencing this week. Hi, Jen.
Hey.
We're just talking and chatting, so I don't know if anybody else wants to jump in about their week.
Mine was exciting. Just helping my daughter. She has a 3-month-old, and it looks like it's hard for him to go to the bathroom. It looks like he's constipated, so it's so hard because I'm trying to let her sleep. So in the nutrition part, it's so hard because I don't have time to eat. I feel okay, I'm meal prepping with her, kind of sort of, okay, you need to eat this, you need this. And, but it's kind of I'm okay, she needs to eat whatever, she's breastfeeding, and I'm and I have to eat this. So it's kind of oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm cutting out the potatoes for her and for me, and she's oh, but I love potatoes. I go, oh, well, you can't have any if I can't have it, And this week I'm going to be driving to Riverside again and helping her with the baby. So my sleep too is kind of off. I wake up every 2 hours with the baby, and then I go to work in the morning at 6 a.m., come back I'm at her house at 6:45, and I'm trying to cook, clean for her, and then take care of the baby. It's oh my gosh, I was did I do this 3 times already? And I don't even know how, but I'm really trying to fit in everything. And the nutrition part, I haven't been eating enough, or I just haven't been eating, or just skipping meals. So, so it's been kind of a struggle. It's been a little bit of struggle with that. And
yeah. On those days, you can have Shakeology twice in a day if you need to. Really? We don't tell people to do that because we don't want them to think that they're just having a liquid diet and
yeah.
But it's totally fine if you have Shakeology twice in one day. You're I don't have time to make anything, but I need to eat something.
Oh,
you can
really?
Do that.
Oh my gosh.
And then you can even also think in terms of just eating healthy in general, instead of being okay, I need to get this much protein right now because that's what the portion cups say. If the portion cups are too much for you right now, that's okay. You can go and just eat what you know is healthy. What the healthy foods are, right? And you're smart. You've been doing this for a while. So I wouldn't beat yourself up about like, okay, I can't have this potato. You know what I mean? Like an extra potato or an extra carb isn't gonna like push you over the edge, and it seems like you're dealing with so much with your family. So I would just until things kind of level out a little bit, maybe just think of it in terms of, I just need to eat healthy. You know what I mean? And you know what the portions look like. So maybe don't use the cups as like your
okay. That's a good idea. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Thanks. No, thanks. That helps me a lot. Yeah. Because it's been kind of like, but she doesn't. The good thing, she won't eat bad stuff. She's healthy as well, but she gets hungry because she's breastfeeding. So she's like, oh my God, she's eating triple of what I'm eating, and double salads and just everything. And I'm like, okay, maybe one portion for me, but I skipping meals. And it's like, oh my gosh, and I feel it on my body, and I feel it, but yeah, thanks. I like that idea. Just keep focused.
Your daughter can have Shakeology as well when you breastfeed. A lot of moms talk about how they get better breast milk during it and like the nutrients.
Really? I know. I was going to ask you about that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of the coaches on our team that have been pregnant have all drank Shakeology throughout their pregnancy. And all of them, like, whenever we get together, I always hear all of their conversations, and they're always talking about breast milk and like, oh my God, it's so much better this round. like I know way too many details, and I'm like one day going to be a mom, so I'm like listening to all the dirty parts. So I'm like, tell me everything. So yeah, it's definitely, I'm 100% going to drink it when I.
Oh, good. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and I don't know, does she have younger kids as well besides the newborn?
Well, no, this is her first. She's
okay.
24 and it's her first. So she's cool.
Yeah, so that might help.
Yeah, I will tell her that. I'm going to introduce her to it.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then you can use your coach discount on that too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you could use your coach discount, either get more Shakeology for yourself, or even just sign her up with the coach discount, and then she'll get the same type of auto ship that you get. You know what I mean? Because if that works for her because of her hectic schedule, then that might be a good option.
Ooh, cool. Thank you.
Yvette, how are you doing?
I'm good. I will say, even just in the 2 weeks with using the Shakeology, that I feel like my cravings for sweets has gone down, because I have a huge sweet tooth. So I will say that the cravings has gone down. I will say that I've got, like, when I go out with friends, I like to have a cocktail or two or a beer or two. And so I feel more mindful of it. I wish Shakeology or Beachbody would make like an alcohol shake or something. So that way.
Yes. We were talking about it this weekend. Yes.
And it's not like I have a craving for it, but it's like the whole mindful thing. Like when I go out with friends, I just enjoy like one or two with my friends, that's it. But I don't know. It's just habit, I guess. But, but yeah, no, it's been good. This coming up week is going to be kind of interesting for me, because I'm a little bit concerned, because I'm supposed to be potentially having jury duty throughout the week. And then I'm supposed to go directly from jury duty, working from 4 p.m. to midnight. So like my ability to like figure out how to meal prep, like I think I can get up to lunch okay, but it's like after lunch I'm kind of screwed, because so we'll see how it goes. I'll just take it day by day. It's all, it is what it is. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can really, just control what I can.
Just because I've been in that situation too, what I like to do is hit up a Whole Foods nearby and just go to their, food bar, and you can make salads, and you can find stuff there that's like so much better than whatever you'd make at home anyways, but fits into your containers and like fits into your meal plan. And then you can take that to work with you. They have a bunch of stuff that's already prepped and ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Jen, Jessica?
I can jump in. It was definitely an out of the norm week on my end. I had some like big major events and activities that were really exciting, but it kind of shifted my workout plans quite a bit. So I had to do some makeup. So I got all my like quote unquote workouts for the weekend, but I know on a couple of the days I was definitely off plan on some things. So I for example, I was at a big event Thursday and I was there for like 10 hours and they fed us, but all they fed us was like potato chips and hamburgers. I'm like, what? And I could feel the difference the next morning. I was like, I feel like poop. But but so, I mean, at least my body is at the point where it's like, it's recognizing those things being, foreign and not good for myself. So in any case, so my nutrition is definitely my focus this week. It's a wild week for work. So I'm just going to try and intentionally make some time to my goal every week is to try and get my workouts before work because I'm such a snoozer in the morning. It's such a bad habit. So I'm just going to try and intentionally make the time to try and work out at least 2 times in the morning this week, and then really try to hone in on the nutrition and really try to kick it up a notch because I know it's necessary, and try to avoid the sweets that my husband tends to bring home all the time. Yvette probably knows this, who's laughing because Leif has like the best planet, my husband, and he's, it's always cookies or ice cream or all the Halloween candy. And I'm like, you can't do this to me. So anyways, so that's kind of my big focus this week, and it'll happen. It'll happen.
Your event looks so fun.
It was so fun. So yeah, it was awesome. I was, for y'all, I was at the AZ Cardinals and Broncos game. I was like on the field doing stuff as part of this big event for the American Cancer Society. So it was a big fundraiser, and it went really, really well. It was a lot of fun. But like I said, it was a long day. So, but yeah.
Jen, how you doing?
I'm on another planet right now, okay? I just ran the Spartan race and I'm fucking done. So.
Woohoo for you. Yay.
Finishing.
I mean, I ran it, honestly, so this definitely ties into the nutrition. So I ran this race, the same exact one, different course, but same terrain, like a lot of uphill stuff and a lot of, requires a lot of endurance, a lot of upper body stuff. Definitely stuff, by the way, that each one of you can tackle. And if there's something you can't tackle, you can definitely skip it. But anyways, I noticed a really big difference from last year to this year. So last year, when I ran it, I had just gotten back from Thailand, and I ran the race like 5 days later. I did not work out in Thailand. I did a lot of walking. I was still like in really good shape, and my eating was always on point. In 2017, I was just like on top of my game, right? And things have been kind of a roller coaster ride this year. And when I ran the race today, I felt like it was a bit of a struggle, and there were a couple obstacles that I had completed last time that I couldn't even get through this time. Like, I got through the race, it was fine, but like, I think it all ties into like the nutrition and just being on top of your workouts and being nicer to yourself and all those kinds of things. Cause I think that like, I don't know, I was just like, I finished the race, and instead of being disappointed, like, about the way I look, I'm like disappointed about my performance, which is weird because usually it's always about the way I look. And in this case, I'm like, I couldn't get up the rope. I wanted to get her up the rope this time, and I couldn't ring the bell at the top of the rope. But I was just like, damn it. You know what I mean? As far as nutrition goes, like, I carb loaded on Saturday night. I did, because I knew that today was going to be grueling. I had whole wheat penne pasta, so that was good. But I've been on plan A this entire group, and I think I need to bump it up a little bit because I keep going over a protein and a carb, and not in like an astronomical way, but just like literally going over one more portion of each. So I'm like, man, I need to just bump it up. And, I worked out 6 days last week, like been on top of it, but the nutrition has just been a little wonky because I'm like, I don't know if I'm in the right bracket anymore. I've always been plan A. And then I was on plan C. Yeah, you too, Tyan. Like, And then I was on Plan C, right, for like 80-day obsession. And that worked because of how hard we were working out. Right now, that feels like it's too much food. Like Plan C just feels like an astronomical amount of food. So I think I'm just going to bump to B. Yeah. And I had barbecue today after the race. Just like.
As you deserve, because your body's still burning calories for like the next 12, 24 hours. So it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Juana, I know that you're driving, but did you want to say anything, or you can nod yes or no?
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
If it's too loud.
we can hear you.
I don't know. I'm trying to focus on the road, but I'm not driving anymore. But it was a good week. It was really long days at work, so it's been a lot of trying to figure out, what I can and can't eat. So nutrition definitely has been hard, but meal prepping makes it a lot easier for me. And I only will meal prep four meals, so that usually takes over my lunch portion of it. So that really helps a lot, because then I don't go run somewhere and buy some gross ass things that we have at work. But I don't know, it's been good. I've been happy this weekend. As I was in Laughlin, and my goal was not to drink beer, and I did it. So that was really exciting.
That's a hard one. Good for you.
Yeah, it was tough, but definitely stuck with liquor.
Nice. Jenna, do you want to say something?
I was just gonna say I probably would have failed. Alcohol's yeah. I mean, I probably would have avoided beer, but I probably would have drank 3 or 4 tequila sodas or something. So I feel you on that. But good job. That's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's where most of my gain weight came from, was from drinking. My ex-husband was in the military, and so every time we'd come home, there would be beer, and we would just keep drinking, and then it just kind of became my drink of choice. And so just trying to transfer it over to just being hard liquor now, it's difficult trying to find the liquor that I want to follow and kind of stick to that instead of going back to beer.
Yeah, I think that's a struggle for everyone. I've finally evolved into tequila soda water with a splash of Sprite when I'm wanting a little jazz, but it's difficult. Lime helps. And then it also makes you think why do I actually want to drink this? Because this is awful. Alcohol is actually so bad for us. It's so dumb and so counterintuitive. So you're
literally putting poison in our body. I'm all, it's fine. It's cactus. What? It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's funny.
So true. Okay, well, does anybody else have anything they want to share? Jess, you look like you had something really at the top of your tongue.
I don't know if it's a thing to share, but I did something kind of cool yesterday that might be fun to share. I went to my first Beachbody related event. And there are these quarterly, almost little conferences, mini conferences. But essentially it's one day, a few hours long. You get together and you talk about Beachbody related things. They announce new things that are happening with the company and new programs and, stuff to keep an eye out for, which is really cool. And then they do a live workout with one of the super trainers. And if any of you have done 80-day obsession or 21-day fix or any of those, I got to do a workout yesterday with Autumn Calabrese, and she, I just have to share that she is 10 times more intense in person than she is on your damn TV. So I'm in the back I can't hold a squat that much longer because she made me do it for 2 minutes at the end. Well, me and 150 other women, but it's wow. So I just had to share that those things exist, and it's actually pretty cool. markets all across the country. And I guess it's like a rotation when whatever super trainer is coming to your city. So it was kind of cool. So, I mean, yes, there are trainers virtually, but there also are trainers in real life. So just a kind of cool thing there.
Yeah, that's so cool. And if you guys want to go to those, you guys are welcome to. The next one's going to be in January. And they're literally everywhere across the United States. So there's one nearby you. By nearby, anywhere between, you know, to like
They're so much fun. Like the first time I ever went to one was the first time I met Tanya. So it was like a two-for. I was like so excited.
I'm down.
Totally
I want to go.
so much fun. And like, thank God, like not the last one, the one before that, Autumn came down and she took pictures with all of us, and she's super sweet, and it was amazing. Like, it's like you're at a concert, except for like you're working out in the crowd instead. Like, it's amazing. It's like a mosh pit, right? But except for we're doing squats instead.
That's funny.
Yeah, so you guys are all welcome to do those. We'll share that with you when the next one comes up. For this week, this is our third week. So technically at the end of this week, this Busy Girl Fit Club is over, and then we'll start a new one. So they're kind of like ongoing. So we'll have new people. Some people will drop off. It just kind of fluctuates. For this week, it sounds like everyone's kind of struggling with nutrition. So what I'm going to do is I will change the assignments for this week to maybe instead of gratitude, I'll put in to drop your meals that you ate for the day, just like to write them in to keep us accountable. Because I know that when that happens, I'm like, crap, I don't want to check in at lunch that I ate a brownie. And then I don't eat the brownie. So I need it. It's just sometimes I feel like the check-ins can be overwhelming for some people. So we try to keep it simple. It's like, drop a sweaty selfie, tell us what you ate, and like make sure you do your PD. How's everyone's PD, by the way? No one's as excited about the PD as that.
Mine's going. Oh man, I'm more singing and lullabies and.
How's your PD? What are you reading or listening to?
Well, I'm still reading my book Mindset, but most of my PD this last week was mostly centered around working on my side gig and getting that going. So that was mostly what I was doing.
What are you doing for your side gig? Share with us.
I am trying to develop electrolyte supplements for endurance athletes. So that's kind of my gig that I'm working on. I went to a mentorship meeting for female entrepreneurs here in Sacramento, and it was just very inspiring, and it was just a great opportunity to network and kind of get my name out there and that sort of thing. So that was cool. So I just got to keep going to these things and keep chipping away at it.
How exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For you. There's a bunch of podcasts that you guys can listen to as well. What I do is I just play the podcast whenever I'm driving. So like if it's to the store or to work or whatever, and that's an easy way to make the most of your time. Or like even if you're showering or cooking dinner, do that instead of like TV. And at first it's annoying because you don't want to do it, but then afterward it's always like a workout. You're like, gosh, I'm so glad I did that. I really needed to hear that today, you know? So make it a priority because it keeps you on track for the things that you want to get. It's just like a workout. It's just like eating healthy. It's so, so good for, yes, Zippy. Hello. Okay. All right.
I think too, like finding the right voice for you or the right personality for you, because you're not going to like jive with every single motivational person out there that's on, Audible or your podcast or whatever. So I think it's important to figure out the type of person you want to listen to, because there's been some where I'm like forcing myself to listen and I like want to get into it and I'm like, no, I don't understand what's going on here. And like on the flip side too, like if you don't want to listen and you want to read, there's a bunch of books too. I know Tanya has like a list of stuff. So like you don't necessarily have to listen. You can read if you're more of a reader too. So just find what works for you. Don't force feed yourself. Just like you don't eat food that doesn't taste good, don't listen to things that you don't want to listen to.
All right. How about we just close off with, Juana, you don't have to answer if you don't want, because I know you're driving, but why don't we close off with your favorite part about being in this group and one thing that you will accomplish by next Sunday. So it could be like, you could say like, I'm going to eat 5 days on point for breakfast, lunch, and dinner this week, or I'm going to do all my workouts, or I'm not going to have that brownie at my coworkers, whatever. Just like something actionable that next week you can report back on. Jessica, you want to start?
Yes, I can start. I love the support and accountability, because I've almost come to depend on it, which sounds so crazy, but it's true. I love having like-minded people around me and going after goals. And I just think having a growth mindset in the community is just such a positive thing. So I love that. And I'm going to action-oriented. I'm going to work out at least 2 times before work this week. It's happening.
All right, Yvette.
Well, it's pretty much what Jessica said as far as why I enjoy this group. I like the accountability. Everyone's just very supportive of whatever they're going through, and even if you kind of fell off the wagon for whatever that day, everyone just does, okay, that was just the day, and you move on and get back on it. As far as actionable items, I will say that I'm going to do that whole thing about when I have to drive from like jury duty to work, and there isn't a Whole Foods, but there's like another healthy place that I could probably on the way to the hospital. So I think I'll do that. So I'm going to make sure to be mindful of that and not eat the crap that's in the cafeteria in the hospital.
Good girl. Woo woo. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I really love the support. I love reading everybody's message and just exactly, you're accountable for everything, and you, even if like you do mess up and you did this, you just go back. I literally sometimes go back to reading other, like yesterday's or a day before. I was like, oh, I know somebody said something really good on this, because that helps me to maintain what I'm really striving to do. Because it's like we all say, we have difficult days for the job and this and that and what we're going through, but just being here and now seeing everybody too is really fun. It's like fun to me. It's become so much fun. It's like, oh my god, okay, I have to exercise because I want everybody to see that I could do it too. Everybody's trying to do it. Not everybody came on here saying, oh, I'm perfect and hey, we all got this. No, it's like I'm struggling and I'm doing this to come out a better me, and I love it. I love everybody, the ladies and everything. And also I was gonna say, I love when everybody drops their recipes. I love that because it gives me ideas. Somebody did something with the veggies and whatnot. I think it was you, Tanya, and I was like, oh man, I could add that too to my veggie things, because I can't prep for the whole week and eat the same thing. I can't do that. So I'll eat the same thing twice. So I'll make like a salad, and I'll use that for my lunch, and then for my dinner. Then the next day I'll do something different for the other 2 days. That's the way I could do that. So that's what I love about the group. And then what I'm really gonna focus on is trying to do my workouts either early in the morning, and just because I do the workouts, but sometimes I'm like so tired because I'm getting up way much earlier, driving an hour and a half to get to work, and just the schedule that I have going on is crazy right now. But work on that, seeing if I do it maybe at night when my daughter and the baby's asleep or whatever, and early in the morning I have to fit it in, when not. And then the nutrition, like you guys said, I could do the Shakeology twice and maybe take more snacks because it gives me energy. But then I feel like, oh man, I'm just tired. I'm sleepy because I don't sleep. I hardly sleep. So I want to work on that all this week that I'm back back in Riverside. So yeah.
Lovely. Oh my god, you almost made me cry. I love when you're talking about the
No cry.
It sounds like me, like when I first joined a group, like, and even though this is not your first time, I know it's not your first time, but like with the recipes and like the accountability, like that's what it's all about. Like the reason I ran a Spartan race, the reason why I've lost weight are because of these groups, like straight up, like that's the truth. So, I mean, like for me, like I love the groups for all the reasons that you listed. I'm gonna post more recipes. I've been really bad about that, so I will post more recipes as well. And anybody else, like, feel free to share, even if it's like a sandwich. Maybe there's a sandwich that I haven't had yet. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, like these groups have definitely helped. They're support groups. They really are. Like they've definitely helped keep me on track because I am an overeater and a binge eater and like mindless eater. So I'll just like keep eating. And that's why I gained weight in the past and why I gained weight in the present. So, I mean, these groups definitely help, and they definitely created like a solid foundation for me. So, yeah.
Lovely. Do you want to tell us what you're going to do by next Sunday or like this upcoming week?
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like on the move. Anyways, I need to stay on top of my nutrition. There's like a big bowl of Halloween candy that's just there at work. You know what I mean? They just keep refilling it. And I walk by it all the time. And I'm like, whatever, dude. I'll just eat one little Reese's or I'll have like some Laffy Taffy. It's all good. It's just like little mini sizes. But the next thing you know, you've had like 7 for the day. Yeah, exactly. So I want to try to avoid candy, all of it this week. So Monday through Friday, going to avoid all that stuff. Saturday is kind of like Halloween for me, so I might do like one cheat meal, but I want to try to keep it really like 90-10 for me next week, only because like I've done my fair amount of cheating over like the last couple months, and I think like I really just like want to rein it in. So yeah, gonna stay on point Monday through Friday. Saturday, allow myself one cheat meal, and then by Sunday, I don't feel better about myself.
All right, cool. So for me, the reasons I love this group is honestly like I get so much joy in scrolling in the morning, especially when there's like different time zones and people on the East Coast have checked in, and waking up to like other people's check-ins, or at the end of the day just scrolling and like seeing women empowering each other and supporting each other and loving each other through ups and downs. And like I think it's so important for us to have this and to be proof of the fact that amazing things happen when women come together. And you can do a workout at the gym, or you could do it at home, or you can throw in a little bit of CrossFit, or you can throw in a little bit of spin class or whatever. But, you know, having the nutrition, having the workouts, and then having this type of support is just the coolest thing. I get like all kinds of jitters and feels from it. For me this week, I am going to work out Monday through Friday in the morning before work and do my miracle morning, because it changes my stress levels completely. And I actually got less sleep last week, but accomplished more and felt more energetic than I have before. So I can sleep 6 hours and be like golden. But if I sleep 8 hours and I don't do a miracle morning, I'm just like a poopier version of myself. So that'll be my non-negotiable for the week. And then if you guys want to see if you can do this next Sunday, and we can jump on the call again and kind of just keep this funness going. And if you have any questions, you want more recipes or anything, just pop it in and let us know. Oh, hi. Yay. Okay, good. I didn't know you were going to talk.
Yeah, no, we literally just stopped and everyone got out of the car. It was just so weird to talk with everyone in the car. I was just like, so yeah. But the main thing why I love this group is because so how I keep talking like I'm very goal oriented. So like it's one of those things like putting it out in the universe and like trying to make it happen. So like, you know, letting you guys know like this is what I did today, or, you know, this is what I'm planning to do this week. or even writing it down in the journal, like that totally changes everything, because it kind of puts a structure in my head of like, I gotta go do this and I gotta do that. So it really helps me and it keeps me accountable on like, you said you were gonna do this, like this is all on you, no, like obviously like you guys are not gonna tell me like you didn't do this, but it's literally on me making sure that I keep my my accountability of like, this is what I said I was gonna do. With what I'm gonna work on this week is definitely like trying to stay away from soda, because I love Coke, like love Coke. I used to have like 2 Cokes a day, and then ever since I started working out, like it's maybe 1, maybe 2 a week, and then this week has been pretty bad. I've like had like at least one each day, and I feel crummy even just trying to work out like with it. So I really want to stop, like don't drink soda this weekend, definitely fill up more with water at work. So my goal this week.
One trick that oh, go ahead.
I was saying, if you want one, I don't know how you feel. I had exact same struggles with soda. I switched to carbonated water, so I do like bubbly, and for me it was more about the carbonation, and that seemed to help a lot. Just throwing it out there as a potential help out with that, because I love my Diet Coke every day, so I hear you on that.
Yeah, no, I've heard people tell me too, is like try like carbonated drinks. I just like don't know which ones they would be or something similar. Like, do you have any suggestion, like especially going from Diet Coke to something carbonated, something similar?
I like bubbly, and I also like Schweppes. So the bubbly ones, I think it's BUBLY. I think that's how it's. I like their cherry, the lime, and then the strawberry ones were like my favorite. LaCroix for me, I tried it and I didn't care for it. I thought the taste tasted like just too artificial for me. And then so what I would do is I did what you kind of did, is like instead of every day, that I would try just like three days a week, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then kind of weed myself off in that way and switched over to the carbonated water. I don't know if I'm making sense. Sorry. So, so like I used to drink Diet Coke Monday, like every day, once a day. And then I would try to do it the 3 days. And then in the days that I wasn't drinking the Diet Coke, drink the carbonated water. And then gradually wean myself off from the Diet Coke. Does that make more sense? I'm sorry. And
yeah, no, it does.
And then, so that's kind of, I don't know if that might help you, or like the bubbly, the Schweppes, the lime. I like the Schweppes lime. And then those are like the only 3 I've really tried.
I'll definitely give it a try. I mean, as I said, like it's something that my family's always liked, and so that's something that we've always just had at home.
Yeah.
But now, like I'm the only one at home, but there's still like that there. So I try not to buy it. Like I personally don't buy it. Like if I have it at work, it's because someone gave it to me, and like it just sucks because now like telling people no, like sometimes I'll grab it and like go put it in the fridge and then totally forget about it. But if someone gives it to me, I'm just like, oh look, I got a soda. So it's not like me going out and buying one. It's just I get it. So yeah, but I'll definitely try it. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
One thing that worked for me, I have a really strong love of hot Cheetos, but the red dye in hot Cheetos is like really bad for you. So what I did is I would look up the ingredients of hot Cheetos and then look up the side effects of the ingredients in it, and it made me really easy not to eat it. So every time you have a Coke craving, you'll be like, what are the side effects of Coke? Like all the studies where they put the in the soda.
I'm allergic to it. I can't have that anymore. I'm allergic to it. Can't have it. Sorry.
So yeah, that might be something to try too. Is like visual. If you're a visual person, that might help. And like make it so that, like it grosses you out versus like crave it. That might help. Okay. You guys, thank you so much for coming on here and jumping on. It's so much fun to talk to you guys, and I hope you have a kick butt week and you check in every day no matter what. And oh, I have an echo. I don't know where I'm echoing. Anyways, I love you. Have a great week. I will see you guys next Sunday. I'll see you all week.
Bye. Thanks, Bye. Bye.
Bye.